In the previous episode, we read expected goals, momentum, tempo, and MFT together on one match. But a common question remains. When does that live analysis become a goal signal? The short answer is that a signal is not one high number. It is the result of a controlled path that combines live readings with match context and quality checks. In this episode, we will follow that path at a user level, without turning internal rules into a false promise. The process begins with live match data. Expected goals describes the quality of scoring opportunities. Momentum helps show pressure and changes in initiative. Tempo describes the density and rhythm of match events. Each metric has a different job, a different time window, and a different limitation. A rise in one panel can be useful information, but it is still only one piece of the match. Shutli does not treat a single metric as a complete signal. The next layer is combined evaluation. The system looks at how the live readings relate to one another and whether the broader pattern is meaningful enough to continue through the process. The MFT surface gives users a combined view, but its visible score is not a public formula, and it is not a shortcut to a prediction. This is why the safe reading is not one number across the line. The safe reading is multiple live observations were evaluated together. Metrics also need match context. The same number can mean something different at the start of a match, after halftime, after a goal, or while the score is changing the way both teams play. The system therefore considers the current match state, score context, timing, data readiness, and additional quality conditions before a result can move forward. We do not need the private thresholds to understand the principle. Context decides whether a pattern is usable, not just whether it looks large. If the combined reading and the contextual checks are eligible, the result can be published to the goal signal surface. That publication step matters. It separates raw analysis from the signal a user actually sees. Many live readings never become a visible card, and that is normal. The absence of a signal does not mean the match has no action. It means the controlled path has not produced an eligible user-facing result at that moment. Here is the same Flamengo versus Vitoria match used in the previous episode. The historical card records the signal at the 59th minute, with Flamengo leading 1-0. The card points to the home side and later shows a successful status after the score became 2-0 in the 82nd minute. This is a clear example of the product flow. Live analysis was evaluated, context checks were applied, an eligible signal was shown, and the historical outcome was then recorded on the same card. That successful historical example still does not turn every signal into a guarantee. A signal is structured live information, not certainty about the next event. Football remains affected by finishing, defending, goalkeeping, match state, and individual moments. The correct use is to read the signal as one contextual product output, then inspect its card, trend, and match detail. Never replace the full match context with only a color, a score, or a single past result. The complete sequence is simple. Live data feeds separate metrics, the readings are evaluated together, match context and quality checks are applied, and only an eligible result appears as a goal signal. No single high metric creates that outcome by itself. In the next episode, we will stay on this same Flamengo card and learn how to read its type, timing, direction, status, and trend without confusing any field with a promise.